Alright, let us continue. We were in PWAA, Justice for All. Yeah, we started it. Yeah, this is the guy who smacked me on the head. Right. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. Right, he's not in college. He's transitioning between, he got kicked out of college. I don't know what happened. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. So you wrote the damn thing. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. He slipped on a banana peel and fell down. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can mean only one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Let's do it. What I saw that day, cross-examination. Let's go. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. Hold it. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. Ha! That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. The no-name trashy. Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. Oh wow, you're going to lead the country, aren't you? Great, of course. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, believe. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. He thinks very highly of himself, doesn't he? That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. Okay. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... whatever, man, I don't care. Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. What the hell? Grr. His arrogance is really intolerable, so what should I do now? Press him. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. Just answer the question. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Okay, you could have said that in the first place, idiot. Do you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, right, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock and that's how I knew the time. Total utter nonsense. A first doesn't live by nor is claimed by time. Wear a watch, ridiculous notion, live freely without constraints. That's how life should be. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Okay, 1 second. Let's see the photograph. The time is it's just 6. It's not 6:30, right? The long hand is at it's 6. Press him on this. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. He was wearing a uniform, dummy. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself police officer, cheap, low-quality shoes, also because wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Come on, Maya. Hey Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, what do you do? Spirit medium? What do you do really? Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Hold it. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? 10 feet away. Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. So they use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you get a good look? Did you get a clear look? Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Great. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. Hold it. Pretty. So you are sure you are not mistaken? Please don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I am what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Oh ho ho ho, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? He did, the banana peel. That's the important part. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Hold it. The banana. Well, it was actually more than just one, more like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there is no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if he can somehow show he's lying. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right, she's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Here we go again. What could he have seen? He probably saw the damn glove. Objection! Saw the glove. Mr. Wellington. I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Give me a second. Alright. I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Yep, the glove. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? They're not bananas, they're gloves. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. But Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? Baseball glove? Why is he so freaking stressed out? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not. It's no. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your Just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. Why is he so mad? You too used to your own worldview. There are no possibilities, for in the end we find out there is not a glove in bananas. So far I do not think there is room. What the hell is he talking about? And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They are both 20 out of 200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? Perhaps they were destroyed. Oh. That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed a crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Oh. How about it, witness? You are unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who Joan of Arc, she was brave and courageous, horrible, one day, anything wrong, she was still gruesomely burned. Which boils down to, you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. Oh. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness? Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. Well, his eyes are not working well, so... Witness testimony, what happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. Really, buddy? What did you do for like 6 minutes? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Someone is dead. Kind of their job. The person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. No, the timing doesn't make sense, buddy. You may now question the witness now. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I already know he's screwed. Because there was so much time difference. Was he writing a name in the sand? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away, just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get it. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? Oh. The witness has already answered that question. No. He has already stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true. Mr. Wright, I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? Okay, we keep trying. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Huh? Yeah, I know, the time doesn't make sense. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. It was like way after when the killing happened. Died at 6:28. Oh my god, 28 to 45. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter, I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. You're just digging your own grave, buddy. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you? You're just some lousy kid who... And I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Okay. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Hold it. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 PM. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't that many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. What do you mean? Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. I already know. 6:45 when I made the call. He died at 6:28. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 PM. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 PM. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Grrr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. No. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? No answer? Answer the question. Oh, telephone. I mean, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? Oh, cause he's poor. You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matrushka doll. You must think you are really something special. Witness! I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? Lost it? Unbelievable, you lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you heard of genius quirk or two? Is this rational? I'm my own quirk, I am a genius. Plain people can't understand. Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? A question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? I don't know. He doesn't know anything. Heh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Maybe it is. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone. I mean, wasn't there a phone booth just in front? That's a phone booth, isn't it? It's quite simple actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh! Order, order. But what does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? Oh, it does. He wrote the name. The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back, I doubt that. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phones we found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else, or he wanted to kill Dustin. Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Yes, I have an idea. There is only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, if we forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Okay, I'll think carefully, I'll say it. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? He was writing this on the sand. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced. Perhaps. Ha ha ha. That was just an idea I thought I'd throw out. I suggest that perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence. What do you mean? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Well then. But before you do, you will be penalized. Ouch. Load me. Oh, the phone. This is his phone. No. He was writing the name, that's for sure. Con artist? No, it's not connected. I know he is probably a con artist. Because his glasses were broken? Okay, yes. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where did you find... Gah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Oops. But Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I am doing. Ooh, wah! He's stroking himself. I know I am right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! It's so exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. Time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order, order. Your Honor, the defense. The defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I am no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bright before this trial. Ah, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's hand before then? Yes, there was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? The phone. Mr. Wellington. You didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... No. Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? Yes. I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bryan picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Blue Badger. Oh, and it's in the bag. The glove. That was where you learned her name, that her name was Maggie. Nah. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. I don't even know what the difference is. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek! Order! But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Can you explain what motive this witness could have had? I can. It's very simple, Your Honor. Oh. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but now then, please present to this court that the witness had a motive. The con artist, wasn't he? Yep. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? Because you run the thing? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. Really? You're one of those people. Just so the cops who raided that brilliant artist, genius dialogue with goddess. What the hell is he talking about? I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Oh, I gotta say. Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Okay, so I see. So he lost his phone actually in the park. Someone found it, then he realized, oh shit, this lady found it or this person found it. Then he killed that person to get his phone back to make sure no one looked into the numbers. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness done by the judge. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Bride and to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? Victim and a policeman. Maybe he was in charge of the case? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if you think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? My thoughts are I'm gonna save. Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Two policemen waiting for him? Probably. Well then, Mr. Wright. What was this something that didn't agree with the witness? That he was a policeman, right? Because we can now present profiles as well. He was a policeman. Yeah. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. Couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic is what you're saying. Yep. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Ha! Aha! Aha! Oh my god! Oh, okay, he's mad. He's gone mad. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! Ugh, that guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around talking about that... All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I've lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Hehehe. It feels so good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. We'll save again. Just in case. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be, maybe... fingerprints on the phone. Fingerprints. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember the stand? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Hi, what? You said there was sand all over it, so... we wiped it. I wiped it pretty thoroughly too. Wahaha, okay. No, don't worry about that. We'll go back. Stored numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, my honor. Your honor, not my honor. So what? I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we are trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? The same ones will be on your phone now, current one. Besides, who knows, maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. Grr, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. This cell phone. There has to be something that I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe fingerprints. I tried already. I got to check for fingerprints. Wipe it off, all over it. Wiped it pretty thoroughly too. Wahahahaha. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons among themselves. Ah, he's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. Got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Hehehe. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you are too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh my god, now I remember. He took it from me. Huh, looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Yep, he took it from me. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but... if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am. The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. Hehehe. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? I'm gonna raise an objection. Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. Oh, he's wet. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. Oh. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. That's why we must save again. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. No, no. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this, it's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Time of death, bruises. Oh, I don't know, man. Drifting virtuoso who is still looking for the right college. The prosecutor, the victim, beating the defendant. She's a policewoman. The owner never showed. Glasses? Is this your final answer? It's a bit disappointing. What would be the thing I have to show? My business card. I hand wrote my cell phone number on the back. The list of con artists. He's one of them, isn't he? So I'm only one step away now. The bruises on his body, I have no idea what to show. The handwriting? He wrote it, that's the thing. Not save, by the way. That would. Love? No. Phone. Walking path. Is it my business card? It makes no sense. It is my business card. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Get it? Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. I remember that phone. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... It's his phone, right? I remember that. Ah, it's my phone. He took. So what? Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Beep. Mr. Wellington. Oh, how strange. I could almost swear that you are holding my phone, right? So you came to steal it, but both the phones were exactly the same. He stole the wrong phone from me in the morning. You're. Ah. No, 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 no. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Nah, I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Oh, he's fully broken. Bang. Ah. He's literally choking himself. Well, we got him. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Hmm. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding, it's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? Ah, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bride not guilty. Yay! She is saluting. That is all. This court is adjourned. Boom. Solved it. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. So I'm only taking murder cases. Is that the thing? Every case I take is a murder. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you have done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. You did pick up the phone. Your whole life, it can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. What the hell? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up, come on. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Great. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going without paying us. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. She's gone. Sigh, what a horrible day. I have gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Not all of it, I suppose. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Okay, that's good. Hey, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I have had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. The judge. The lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Verdict for me, anyway. This person. I haven't got a clue. Seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Great. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Oh, another case? Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. Ah, that's new. Nice, okay. Reunion and a brand new episode has been added. What is this, baby? Her sister? Younger sister? A brand new episode has been added. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. Save me. Back me out. That was no accident. Okay. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Someone was driving very fast. Apparently they were drugged. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Inni? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. So you going reading someone's soul or whatever? Talking to someone? Uh, channeling someone's spirit? I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. The hell is going on? June 16, 3:34 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. What the hell? What depressing rain. Who the heck are you? Reunion and turnabout. Turnabout goodbyes. Turnabout sisters. So many turnabouts. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one.